Good evening to you. The headlines in London tonight.
I'm just thinking, like, you'll just put me through hell right now. If you're going to kill me, just do it now. Just pull the trigger.
Speaking out, a family describes the terror of being held at gunpoint in their own home. The big release of 99 balloons to highlight Gary Mckinnon's fight against extradition. And City Safari, the hunt for 250 elephants parading through the capital. It was an ordeal which left an Enfield family so traumatised that two of them have moved home. They were bound and gagged at gunpoint by a gang who had forced their way into their house. That was a year ago, but still no one has been caught. Now, the family has summoned the courage to speak out in the hope that they'll eventually get justice. Here's Piers Hopkirk.
Another man then kicked me in the face and then pointed the gun into my, like, pretty much like 2 inches from my face. I just remember, like, looking down the barrel on it. As soon as I saw that, I just stopped everything. You know, I didn't want to struggle, fight back.
Reliving the nightmare, this 19-year-old victim tells of the terrifying moment armed men burst into his home, tied him up and held him at gunpoint.
So I tried fighting back, but he had his hands around my throat so tightly I couldn't actually call for help. I was just thinking to myself, if you're going to kill me, just do it, just do it. I can't take this no more. Like, the build-up, like, I was just thinking, like, you'll just put me through hell right now. If you're going to kill me, just do it now, just pull the trigger.
The four-strong gang also tied up his sister before moving upstairs to his mother's room.
I heard a commotion coming up, my mum screaming, crying, and then my mum's partner trying to wrestle or fight with them. Then it just went silent, just went complete silent. Where he said, "I'm going to break your neck," I just thought that's what they'd done. I just thought they'd broken their necks. I can't hear nothing, went from commotion to just a dead sound. Then, like, by this point, like, panicking even more.
The family's ordeal lasted 2 hours. Ruling out a simple burglary, they feared they'd be killed.
I was absolutely petrified. I could hear all these bags being unzipped, but the sound of the zips went on for so long that petrified me, because I thought they're body bags. Right, that's it, they're going to kill us and they're putting us in these bags.
In the end, nothing more was taken than a ring and a watch.
The last 9 months we've followed several leads, and there is absolutely no rhyme or reason why this family should have been attacked. We can't find anything there. We can't rule out the possibility that it may even be mistaken identity.
You know, this was obviously aimed at somebody else, and that somebody has obviously done something seriously wrong, but we ended up with the nightmare.
The family remain haunted by the attack, just as their quest for justice continues. Piers Hopkirk, London Tonight.
Police have arrested 8 football fans after trouble flared at the end of the Crystal Palace last league game of the season against Sheffield Wednesday. Supporters invaded the pitch at Hillsborough yesterday after the end of the match, which resulted in Wednesday's relegation from the Coca-Cola Championship. Palace defender Clint Hill needed the protection of stewards as he raced for the safety of the players' tunnel.
The club's got its own CCTV work, which will ultimately end up in our hands, and we'll be looking to see and identify people in there. Really, the message is, if you're on our film involving missile throwing or disorder or assaulting anyone, we will be coming for you.
99 red and yellow balloons were released into the skies over Westminster today, an echo of the famous German song about balloons being mistaken for UFOs. Gary Mckinnon from Wood Green claims he was looking for UFOs when he broke into US military computer systems. And today he joined supporters highlighting his continuing fight against extradition to America. Nick Thatcher has our report.
99 balloons, all with one message: keep Gary here. The 44-year-old has been battling extradition to the States for the past 4 years, and that fight, he says, is taking a toll on his health.
I thought I was quite, tough-minded and stuff, but it's gone on so long. I'm on Prozac now and seeing a therapist. I'm not very good at discussing my feelings and stuff, but it's very, very bad. But it's hard to describe, really.
Gary Mckinnon is accused of carrying out the biggest military computer hack of all time, charged with breaching more than 90 US military and NASA computers from his home here in London. But in court hearing after court hearing, he's always maintained his motives were harmless and he was simply looking for evidence of UFOs. What's more, Gary has been diagnosed with Asperger's, a form of autism. His family and supporters believe this strengthens their case for him to be tried in Britain. And launching their balloon protest today, they hoped their May Day message would be heard on both sides of the Atlantic.
We've come because it's May Day and we want to release balloons for Gary, saying May Day, keep Gary here. And it's because, obviously, May Day is SOS, and it is also a social thing from the past that means a lot.
Gary could face decades in jail if convicted in the States. He's now awaiting a judicial review hearing into the proposed extradition, which is due to take place later this month. Nick Thatcher, London Tonight.
A man has appeared in court today charged with the murder of two brothers 4 years ago. Mohammed and Haider Ali were stabbed to death after confronting an armed gang in Tooting in April 2006. Imran Aslam from Balham was charged with the attack last night. Turning now to some election news, and with just 3 days to go, there was an unpleasant surprise for the Prime Minister when an anti-nuclear protester got within feet of him in London today. It happened as Gordon Brown appeared at Methodist Hall in Westminster with his two main rivals. Lib Dem leader Nick Clegg also took his campaign into Labour heartland, speaking to voters in Lewisham. And David Cameron squeezed in Bermondsey to highlight Conservative policy on school sport, where he was put on the spot by one of the pupils.
Gordon Brown, like, it seems like you're always bullying him and stuff. Wait, do you think it's like healthy, like, to young people, the way you're bullying them on TV?
No, I don't think. Look, I think I think the TV debate. I think the TV, that was a plunder. I think the TV debates were good. I think, okay, there's disagreement, but it wasn't like the House of Commons. The House of Commons is a bit playground stuff.
We end our news this evening with Claudia, Twiggy, Tara and Layla, just some of 250 models that arrived in the capital last night to raise awareness of endangered species. But for these models, there's not a catwalk or camera lens in sight. This is a rather special herd of models, and we sent Daisy Gray on a special city safari.
Overnight, it seems, Londoners have got a new game they can play: Hunt the Elephant. Yes, 250 brightly painted model elephants have descended on the capital's parks, squares and streets, and it's quite fun to see exactly how many you can spot.
We're absolutely enthralled by these elephants. We've been searching for them all over London, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've tracked down, how many have we tracked down so far?
We've tracked down about 36.
Yeah, 36. I think that's quite good going for one afternoon.
That's fantastic. Came down with the kids earlier today and just suddenly found elephants all around the South Bank. So really been enjoying it, lots of colours.
And we found loads, haven't we, Fred?
You've been all over then?
We're sort of on our second, third herd.
Here in Green Park, you'll be able to find at least 30. Made from fiberglass, each one has been painstakingly painted by artists from all over the world. And they're all here to raise awareness of the plight of Asian elephants, who've seen their populations plummet by 70% in the last 10 years alone.
The logistics behind the so-called elephant parade have been considerable, but the organisers have been helped by £500,000 worth of sponsorship and authorisation from the Mayor of London. Come July, each one will be auctioned off to raise money for flesh and blood elephants. But in the meantime, there's another game you can play.
There is a special elephant called Claudia, covered in clouds, which is very much like a Where's Wally competition, which migrates. It's the only moving one. So in addition to finding them on streets, corners and parks, try and find Claudia. And when you do, please sign our petition to help save the Asian elephant.
Happy hunting. Daisy Gray, London Tonight, Green Park.
Right, let's see if there are going to be any clouds in the skies now. Here's Chrissy. From the London team this Bank Holiday Monday. So from everyone here, do have a lovely evening. Goodbye.